WFAA, it's Good Morning Texas.
Well, we've got some good news for our GMT viewers. A new restaurant has opened its doors in NoHa. That's North Henderson Avenue. And Chef Shawn Horne of Horne Dekker is here to talk about some grapes and grub. Hey, welcome.
Thank you very much, Paige.
Two new terms, NoHa and then grapes and grub. That's new for me. What is it that you offer with grapes and grub?
Well, with the grape and grub, we offer 4 courses. We customize the menu to your needs. We ask you 5 questions. What do you eat normally? What are you afraid of? Religious preferences, dietary needs, and if you're allergic to anything.
Really?
And then we customize the menu for you, and we not only do the food, but we'll pair it with wine, beer, or even sometimes cocktails. So we like to mix it up a little bit, and we like to surprise you. So basically, you tell us the parameters, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
Well, we're seeing some images of the restaurant. It looks like such a neat atmosphere within those doors that is conducive for this rather very customized type of eating.
It is.
I love it. All right, well, let's get to cooking.
Okay, great. Well, we're going to start with the pork carnitas.
All right.
We start with a 3-pound pork shoulder, and then we add, for the base, we add mirepoix, which is carrots, onions, and celery, a little bit of minced garlic. We add a little bit of jalapeno, a little bit of orange juice, place it in a pan just like this. Then we put it in the oven at 350 for approximately 2 to 3 hours until fork tender, and then constantly glazing it with a little bit of tomato, and then also, of course, Texas-based Dr. Pepper.
What?
Gives it a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of spiciness. It really is a lot of fun. It's a real fun dish for the summertime.
And that's just your typical Dr. Pepper? Is that the Dublin Dr. Pepper? What kind of Dr. Pepper?
I use typical Dr. Pepper, but you can use the Dr. Pepper with sugar cane, and it'll give it just a little more sweetness, but it also might caramelize a little bit for you as well.
I love it. I love it.
So you add the salt, the pepper. This is a little saffron, a little bit of thyme, a little bit of onion, a little bit of oregano, and then, of course, a little bit of cayenne. I've got the tomatoes there for garnish. All right, so we cook this up.
Serve that up.
Yes, we cook it up. This is what it's going to look like, pork tender. It's a lot like a pot roast, a lot like what your grandmother used to make if her name was Fuego. So you take this out, you do the pork carnitas.
So what kind of customer would want something like this?
I think that this is comfort food if you're hungover. I think it's a great comfort food. Pretty much any day of the week.
Amy, pay attention to this.
There you go. This is great for the summertime as well. The summertime is a perfect time for carnitas. There's no cheese, so it's a little less heavy.
Yum.
Then you just basically, you can garnish it with the tomatoes and, of course, the greens, and then you don't ever want to forget the fresh lime.
The fresh lime, and I love the fact that these tortillas look so great. They've got the grill marks on them as well. Those look. Okay, so what drink would you pair with that?
I actually do this really great peach sangria at the restaurant. I start with fresh Texas peaches, and I muddle them down. And then you basically want to take the muddled peaches and you want to add them to your jar or your pitcher. Yum. And then you want to fill it with white wine. I like to use Vino Verde. You can use a Roussan Viognier. I do a little bit of a sweet lime juice, just a touch. Then you use the Vino Verde here, and you take mint and you mince it up and you place it in the bottom of the jar. You start with that, then you add the Vino Verde, the sweet lime juice, and then of course the secret ingredient.
Oh, good.
Fresca.
Fresca. Oh my gosh.
Fresca is a great way.
You're surprising me with the secret ingredient.
That's right. You can see it's got a little effervescence already, but the Fresca sort of sets it over the top, and then you fill it. Get yourself 2 fresh glasses for you and your date, of course.
Yes.
Fill it with a little mint, ice, top it with a little bit of Fresca.
It looks really pretty, too. The colors look awesome as well.
Yes, they do, and you can use fresh peaches, or what I like to do is I like to use grilled peaches. I brush it with a little lemon juice, simple syrup, grill it. It gives it a nice caramelization before you add it to your sangria.
All right, sounds good. Well, I'm going to take a little bite of this carnita. It looks absolutely well. I give them more information. And so you can head out to the fabulous new East Dallas restaurant, Horne Dekker, and you can tell Chef Shawn hi. And you can also find out more information by checking out their website at hornedekker, DEKKER.com. But for right now, I'm going to enjoy this, but we're going to be right back with some more giveaways, so you want to stay tuned.
The only live